something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
Shabbat Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechah HaKodash, to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. Here with a lesson I'm going to call Babylon, the booty warriors of the nation. And if you know who the booty warrior is, you understand why I'm saying this. Because in this video, DJ Donald Trump literally just said what the booty warrior would say, but in a shorter version. They're going to take Greenland the easy way or the hard way. The choice is theirs, really. And we're seeing America basically telling Greenland, Denmark, and the rest of the world that we're going to get Greenland. Either y'all going to believe our lies and give it over to us, or we're going to come in with our military power and we're going to take it. The easy way or the hard way. Either way, America, Babylon the Great, wants Greenland. And with their prideful king, DJ Donald Trump, they're going to stop at nothing to get it. But we also know that scriptures warn about such actions, which will lead to downfalls and destruction. All right, we're going to start here first. Micah 2, starting at verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. And that's what America doing as a whole since the start of this year. Toward the end of last year, in the beginning of this year, they've been working evil upon their beds. Going down there, taking Venezuela President Maduro, now after Greenland, then told Colombia and some of the other Latin nations, hey, we'll come get y'all too. Basically being a bully to the world and to their own allies. When morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And since America been doing this for years upon years, taking out leaders, putting in who they want, making up lies about why they're doing it, they've been given that power because the other nations never stopped them. They never combated them. So to them, it's like, okay, if y'all never said anything on the stuff we did in the past, we're just going to keep doing it. You're giving people that kind of power when you don't address situations when they first come up. Because guess what? If you know a liar and lying and you never let them know you know, guess what? They're going to keep lying because they feel like they have that power to. And that in all is basically what Babylon the Great is. A bunch of liars. And here's the point. And they covered fields and take them by violence. See, they covered other lands. Just like they did with Venezuela. They covered their land and their resources. And what they did, they went in and took it by violence. After Maduro wouldn't give himself up the easy way, he didn't want to follow the easy way, just giving himself up to America and giving Venezuela over. So guess what? America came in and done it the hard way, through violence. All right? They covered fields and take them by violence in houses, and they take them away. See? They took all that away through violence, and they're ready to do it to Greenland too. They're ready to take away Greenland through that violence. Because these are violent people. These are evil men. And if they sweet words can't get you, guess what? Then they'll bring out what's next, that sword. Like I said, if you know the booty warrior, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. And if it's really on the nation on how they're going to do it. Because America ready to go either way. Babylon the Great is ready to get down either way. You got to give us through it, through our sweet words, through our doctrines, through our unrighteous decrees, or we can come in by violence and take it. With them is up there. All right? So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And the heritage, matter of fact, let's go into that word heritage. Because the man's house is his family. It's his bloodline. But let's see what heritage would be. Go down here to get this word heritage, Slocky. Strong 851-59. Nahalal. Possession, property, heritage, property, a portion, a share, an inheritance, a portion. Property, something inherited. See, like a land or a house. Wealth, that is an heritage. Occupation, abstractly, occupancy, Salakia. Concretely, an heirloom, generally an estate, see, a property. Patrimony or portion, a heritage, to inherit, possession. See, they're taking away the inheritance of not only Venezuela, but now Greenland. And we know Greenland belonged to Denmark. But we'd also seen the other interview with Trump like, look, Denmark not taking care of Greenland, so we should have it. And if they don't want to give it to us willingly, guess what? We'll just take it. Because we're the military power of NATO. The arrogancy of Babylon the Great and their king is way out. But like I said, United States, Babylon the Great, is the booty warrior of the nation. You can either give them what they want willingly, or they can just take it, man. We're gonna now here Slocky. Go here, Revelation 6:3-4. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him to set thereon to take peace from the earth. And we know that red horse going to the Edomite Empire. And we're starting to see America, who's that leader of the Edomite Empire, the new Basra, starting again to take peace from the earth, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua put the spirit upon them to do all this evil, so that prophecy may be fulfilled. Now we have Babylon turning friends into foes. And we know that in the end, those friends are going to turn on Babylon the Great and join with the enemy of Babylon to ultimately destroy this place with thermonuclear fire. And we all know from the scripture that it's the spirit of the Lord that's on them to do this, because the Lord gave them the power to take peace from the earth, which he done lit a fire under again, and we're seeing them taking peace from the earth, because this is all everyone is talking about, is how America is turning into this war machine where they're just taking things now without even asking or without even going through proper policies. And they should kill one another. See, Edomite on Edomite crime, man. Edomite on Edomite nation. All the ones that fighting right now are Edomite nations except China. China and India, but Denmark, Greenland, United States, Russia, them are Edomite nation. And they shall kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword, and we know that great sword is the nuclear bomb that they use. But it was given to them by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to take peace from the earth, and that's what he he's done by lighting that spirit upon them again. So now, since they knew they was able to take peace from the earth, they were given that power, they're ready to use violence at a moment's notice. Because that's all they know. When that sweet words don't get what they want, when people don't want to lay down, hey, they ready to put you down, as they did Maduro in Venezuela. That's why they're saying, look, Denmark, y'all can either give us Greenland or we can take Greenland. And with America, as bloodthirsty as it is, they're ready you not give in and just take it. Cause bloodshed to them ain't nothing. I mean, look how this country was built. So we're seeing them ready to wage war for Greenland because the power was given into their hands to do so. I'm gonna go here, Psalms 30, 73 and 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, and violence covered them as a garment. Yeah. Like I said, they're ready to get down whenever. Really, violence is their first action. They just use words, use doctrines, use sweet ways to get people to buy in easily. But if they don't, hey, they always ready to get violent. Esau is a man of carnal ways, is what I'm trying to say. He don't think spiritual. He just think carnally. And one of the most carnal things is violence. And he's always ready to do it. That's why the scripture said it covers them as a garment. It's like if violence was a tangible thing, like clothing, they could put them on, wear them, and be ready. They're ready to battle at a moment's notice. Remember, Esau's blessing was the sword. So when it's time to get violent with the sword, guess what? They always up for it. That first choice, that easy way, it's just something they do to make it look good. Like, hey, we gave him a chance. Y'all seen that, right? So it doesn't matter. We can get violent. Violent would always be their first thought, but they'll give you that easy way just to make themselves look good in everybody else's eyes. Now let's get this in another translation. All right, no, going to the AMP. That's one of my favorite. Therefore, pride is their necklace. Violence covered them like a garment, like a long, luxurious robe. Yeah. And the history of their violence is a long, luxurious road, man. This place is known for its violence. I mean, look at the people. As the king, so is his people. This place is built upon violence, and the people here are violent, man. That's why great death and destruction is coming to this place in the form of Jacob's trouble, and they're going to be one of the ultimate violent. How shall I put it? Violent. I can't think of it right now, but it's just going to be a violent statement. It's just going to be a situation where death, destruction, killing will be abundant. I mean, every day is going to be a day just trying to survive the craziness of what's going to go on in Jacob's trouble, for those who know. But as I said, violence covered them as a garment. So they always think, if you don't want to give me something, we'll take it. And that's what's going on with Greenland. America don't mind increasing things, taking things from other nations and making it their own. They don't mind increasing in other people's stuff. Even though they have their own problems, they don't mind jumping into somebody else's or taking their resources and land, as we see they done with Venezuela and as they're attempting to do with Greenland. All right, this is Habakkuk 2, verse 5 and 6. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine. that wine is doctrine and philosophies. He'll transgress you, meaning he will so like let me get that word transgress. He will violate this. He will violate other nations by that wine, by them doctrines, by them decrees. He is a proud man. You know how much pride you gotta have to go on news that you know gonna go out throughout the world and say, if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna take it. That's you believing I'm better than you, and I know you can't beat me, so I'm gonna take what you have. That's the pride of Babylon the Great, of its king, and really of the people here. A very prideful people. Need to keep it at home. No, he ain't worried about what's going on here. Why? Because he ready to invade other countries and take their stuff. Who enlarge his desire as death. Yeah. The more he get, the more he gonna want. As hell, so like the more he get, more he gonna want. And we know that word hell don't go into no spiritual place full of fire and brimstone with the demons dancing around poking people in the butt with pitchforks. No, it's talking about the ground. And is as death. Yeah. Babylon the Great is as death. Like I said, man, with them being covered by violence like a garment, you think they just gonna beat people? No, they done put down many leaders, many people through that violence. So basically saying, if they get violent, man, they putting somebody to death, and we know they are. That's why they don't mind starting this war with Denmark over Greenland. That's why they telling them, look, our military is better than yours. If we have to come in and knock you off, we will. Because this man is a death. He don't mind putting people to it. And cannot be satisfied. And he can't be satisfied, man. It's Greenland today. You already talked about what was that other Latin place? Colombia and other nations. Once he start, all it takes is one thing. If you don't stop him on that one, he gonna want another one. You don't stop him on the second, he gonna want the third one. And that's what we're seeing. Babylon the Great desire can't be satisfied because one after another he needed all. But gathered unto himself all nations and heap unto him all people. Going to these different countries ready to take them over, man. This is why we said the Edomites are the wicked of the earth. Because these scriptures right here is basically showing you the things that they are doing in the earth right now. This is why you can't refute the things that are in the Bible. You can't refute the true men of the Lord when they're out there telling you who's who and why they're doing the thing that they're doing. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem HaShai has given them the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures to be able to break them down and tell you and show you who is who. And the wicked is Esau Edom, aka the so-called white man. Because this has in this paragraph showed you the thing that they're doing, which describe them to a T. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? Yeah. Eventually, these nations gonna get together like, man, this nigga taking too much. He want to take everybody else's stuff. He don't own that. And which gonna cause a lot of these nations to come against Babylon the Great, including the ones that already hate him and including allies. Because we only cool to protect ourselves against certain people now. Once you start coming against me, hey, all bets are off. And that's what Babylon the Great is doing to his allies. It's forcing them to think, hey man, they is not gonna stop. So it's gonna get to a point where all bets are gonna be off. They were like, man, destruction to that place that want to take everybody's stuff. And to him that laden himself with thick clay. So it's coming to a point where the nations are gonna get tired of Babylon and they BS. Tired of their easy way or the hard way type of lifestyle. They're gonna come against them and destroy them for their lying, for their robbery, and ultimately put this place to a fiery death. I'm going to end out here on Proverbs 21, verse 6 and 7. The getting of treasure by a lying tongue is vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. See? They go, like I said, that's that easy way, that lying tongue, using sweet words. It's a vanity, man. It's pride. But guess what? Verse 7, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them. And ultimately, that's what's going to happen. Them trying to take everything from the other nations, doing things the hard way as they like to do, is ultimately going to lead to their destruction. Through the nuclear missiles, through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who's guiding everyone towards that end. Because they refuse to do judgment. That's why judgment is going to get cast upon them. They refuse to do righteous judgment. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to have his son and the other nation destroy this place because of their wickedness. But that's all I had to say on that. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shabbat Shalom.